All right, this is Quartzville Railroad update number 6. Today is December the 30th, 2017, almost in a year. Been doing a lot of work over the last few months, so let's take a look at some stuff. All right, I think what I'll go over for this video is my track plan that I have, my current track plan. Each one of these sections that you see here is a 2 foot by 4 foot in size. It's in scale. Basically, he's going to end up with a 4 foot by 12 foot layout when it's done and complete. Each of the modular sections I can bring into my house in the wintertime, like right now, and it's not so nice outside, and work on them, get things done, and then if I ever get all 6 built, I can put them up in my garage and run trains and have friends come over, and it'll be great. I'll just go over each one of the sections here. These 2 sections here in the front, is the yard section. So I got a yard lead and everything. And then this section back here, this is going to be the car repair area, engine repair. I'm not really sure how it's going to look. The fuel tanks, I will have those. I have 2 sets of tracks here, or set of 2 tracks for fuel, a warehouse track back here. So a lot of switching that we can hopefully get done. Over here in the actual yard section, we have several yard tracks, a couple of crossovers to get out. That seemed like a good idea when I was going to extend the track in the yard another section over. Not sure so much now, but whatever. They're in there, and it all works. These 2 sections right now are actually out of my kind of in my dining room area right now. They're both set up, and I'll show those probably another video here. The mountain scene section that I have there, that's a turn section. 180 degree turn, obviously, to get back to the other side. That section's built, and I can't even remember if I have 4 portals on there too. I know I have at least 2, and some other mountains or stuff in it, and it looks pretty cool. Got some trees on it and everything, but that's not set up in the garage, but it's put away in the garage right now, so I don't have it out. But it's done and ready to go. And just 1 track, so nothing real spectacular with it, just more for scenery to get that done. This industry scene, this one back here, this is the one that's haven't even started working on it yet. What I want to do is just have a bunch of industries, have some team tracks here to work on some, just to have a couple of switching areas. I do have a 19-degree crossing in there. Part of this whole process that I'm doing is to get my master model railroader certification, or whatever you call it, from the NMRA. I'm an active member of our local division here in Southwest Oregon, and one of the things you have to do is scratch build a crossover, or I'm sorry, scratch build a crossing. I have to scratch build the crossovers as well, which these 2 things are definitely down here. But that part I have to build. So I have some plans from track plan from Fast Tracks, which I use to make all my turnouts, and we'll see how that goes. I haven't done a crossing before, so that'll be something new, and we'll see how it goes. Otherwise, just kind of got a track back here to store track. I got another crossing, or whatever you want to call it there, to store cars, and then obviously the crossing there for the 2 different tracks you can feed into either way. So that should be good. This Y section, this is another thing I had to build for my NMRA electrical and civil certificate, is to build a way to turn motive power without physically picking it up and moving it and turning it around. So had to build a Y, did build a Y. This Y here was actually completely scratch built. I didn't buy the jig or anything from Fast Tracks. I actually built it by hand, and it works. And I believe this section is the reversing section. It all works great. I demoed it at our local meet a few months ago, and it passed and everything. So that part's done. What I don't have, though, is another section to put in here. So I'm going to have the Y in here just temporarily to make a continuous loop. Doesn't make much sense to have it in this configuration, and it won't make much sense to have it the other way as well. I'm not intending to have another section out here in the back moving off or anything like that. So the Y is just going to be in place to get, until I get my certificate, and then I'm going to tear it down and have something else, which I'll show you that in a little bit after I get done talking about the last scene here, which is the pond scene. And this is one that I'm actually working on right now. And this is one that's in my office, and I'll just back up here and you can see what it looks like right now. I have Both tracks down. I have the turnouts in. I have the frog is powered on both of these and working. Right now I'm working on some signaling, so that's what these things sticking out of the track are right here. A couple of signals, and these are for the signals for the outside. Not quite done with that yet, but I'm working on it. Also the passing siding here, which is the get back there. There we go. The inside track. That's also going to be electrically able to basically able to turn off power with a switch, so that we can bring a train in there, park it, and under DC world, park it, turn the power off, and then run another train. With DCC, which I have now, not as big a deal, but I just wanted to do it to see if I could do it, and also again to get the certificate going. And that's the switch that's going to control the track power to the back track. And I'll show you when I get to building that. I will show you. So again, that's the current track plan that I have now. What I'm going to do now is switch over and show you what I have planned for what will be there in the Y section. Okay, so back there is the Y, and what I really want to do is have a lumber mill going in here. And we have a lot of lumber mills here in the Willamette Valley, and I like looking at them. I've watched them switch before, so it seems like a great industry to have. And that's kind of what I'm going with for right now. Just one track for lumber, another track for chips and miscellaneous. I'm not really sure yet. I did put another track on the outside here for storing cars. Not sure it's going to go. At one point I was going to have a really complex with a bunch of extra turnouts here, and just have it be a lot more complex. But one thing I found in building these two yard sections is the more complex you make it, the more difficult it is to get everything right. And again, when I get in there and make the videos on this section, you'll see how complex the wiring is and how complicated it is. It all works and it's all cool, but it's just a lot of work and just potential problems if things go wrong or if something breaks. It's a lot of hassle to get everything fixed. So I went with a much simpler plan than what I was thinking of. And who knows, by the time I get into it, months or years from now, it might even become more complex. Not really sure. Again, the industry scene was another one. I was going to make it really complex, to have a bunch more turnouts and a bunch more industries, but I decided to keep it relatively simple with just 2 team tracks essentially, and 2 or 3 industries that two to three industries on either side to get it going. So let me just back up here, show you the full track plan. All right, so thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. This is another interesting test that I'm doing with my videos here. This one, I'm actually filming it on my iPhone, and I'm hoping to use just iMovie and then upload it to YouTube and be done with it. We had this back in the other videos, I had to put it down on my really old laptop and use Adobe Premiere Elements to get it working, and that was just a pain to get everything going. So we'll see if this is faster, and if it is, hopefully I'll be able to have some time and energy to get more videos going. Till then, have a great day.